How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Yes, we're back for another edition. Gamesmaster. What's happening, people? Yeah, man, I thought we'd take up season 1, episode 2 of Gamesmaster, man. Thought I'd have a bit of fun with this. Hope you're all doing well. For you who don't know Gamesmaster was a show. Started airing in the UK 1992. Done shit like reviews, cheats, special guests, all that kind of shit, man. So if you're around about my age, which is old, then you'll know what it is, and that. For you who don't, it's good times, man. It's good times. But let's get into this anyway, man. Get this watched. Let's see how the volume is. Volume's decent, man. Let's do this. Sorry about the quality, just it was what it was back in the days. Different times, man. With my games monitor, or my PC monitor isn't by any means massive, but it was bigger than the tellies back in the day, man.
Thank you, great. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome to Gamesmaster, TV's only show devoted solely to video games. So
Dominik Diamond, man, I love these witticism.
It's
awesome.
If paratrooper makes any sense to you, you're tuned to the right church. If it doesn't, and you're one of those people who think Game Boy is a young scout doing bobber jobs, then watch on and erase that ignorance. And to get the show kicked off, let's call up everybody's favourite uncle, Gamesmaster, for the first challenge.
Fucking Gamesmaster, let's see what game it is. I can't remember this. I can remember the episode 1, but...
delighted I am to see you again. If you enjoyed last week's challenge, I think you'll find tonight's three little jaunts an absolute hoot. First off the starting blocks, an endearing young fellow by the name of Sonic the Hedgehog. Your task,
what a game.
You have 2 minutes to collect 150 rings or
That
more
it?
on the second level
smash
of an
that.
area known as the Green Hill Zone.
I'm actually going to be
These
doing a
rings
Sonic
are
stream.
dotted around
Sonic
a
2.
tropical landscape, plagued with all manners
Fucking
of
love
hostile
Sonic 2, man. It's one of my
creatures
best
and
games.
every
Really
one of
good,
them
man.
intent on
It's probably my
stalking
best
young
game on
Sonic
the
birds.
Mega Drive.
Everywhere, the
Stuff like
slightest
that
wind
shit.
will
Talking
cause
shit.
you
It's
to
probably
lose
Streets
all
of
your
Rage.
and the challenge will be over. So, 2 minutes, 150 rings or more. Happy hunting?
And trying to find the rings on this prickly challenge is Alex Ferry from Stanmore. Welcome, Alex.
Fucking baggy jumpers were all the rage back in the day,
Alex,
man.
there are a total of 163 rings on this level. We originally set you 150, but you asked it to be increased to 160. Why was that?
Because it was just a great challenge, and I want to show everyone that I'm the master. So.
Right, but you think you can even do that in 2 minutes?
Yep, no problem.
Well, I had certainly
Love a
admire
wee
your
man's
pluck, young
fucking
man.
confidence, man. I love it.
Confidence in you. Would you like to plonk yourself down in our games playing chair? We'll get ready to start. And joining me in the pulpit is a man who knows more than most about this machine. Sega Power Magazine's deputy editor, Neil West. Neil, welcome to Games.
Look what Neil West is up to these days, man. Surely he must still be involved in the gaming industry.
What advice could you give him?
Certainly do. 150 is tough enough, but 160. Basically, you can whiz through this level very quickly, but you'd miss the rings. There are some very tricky stages, so pick up an invincibility shield.
I'll be thinking, man, 160 rings out, the wee man can do it, no
is our
bother.
competitor ready?
Yep.
Then Alex, your 2 minutes begin now.
Okay, off he goes. 4 rings straight away, no problem.
Right, we can see the clock in the top left-hand corner, the number of rings it's got underneath it. So he's on 9. He started quite well.
He's not doing too badly. As you can just see, he curls up in a ball when he jumps, and he can actually kill the baddies. What he's got to watch out for is if he walks into a baddie, runs into one, and just lands on top of
Too
him.
slow, man. I would have been battling through
The
that.
problem there is that he drops all his rings. You've got to remember, there's only 163 in the whole level. He's up to 160, so he really can't afford to miss any whatsoever.
Okay, well, he's coming up for 30 seconds just about here. Nearly a quarter of the way through. Oh, what's this he's just
That
got?
was a little television screen. Inside those
Oh, my word, he's
little powers.
he just smacked through some walls
He
there.
did. The one he just picked up gives him speedy moves, make him faster. Those two there have 10 rings each. And
Oh,
now
the
he's
wee
got
man's
two
well doing this
surrounded
now,
by
man.
sort of
Easy.
That's an invincibility shield.
Oh, he's going at some speed here, isn't he?
He certainly
Oh, he
is.
just missed the spikes. So that was a little bit of a close encounter.
He's doing
Oh, my God, he's up on some roof
He's just got an extra life and he's collecting rings. He's up to 76.
76 rings,
man.
47
Easy.
seconds squad. He's doing remarkably well, halfway through the amount of rings.
Yeah, he's doing very
You
well.
man's fucking sweating it, man. He's sweating bullets.
He can collide into a bag and he won't lose the rings. Very, very useful.
Oh, now what's this lovely little Spangle Sherbert dab around
Well,
him?
he's obviously had his ready break. It also means that he can bump into baddies without having to knock.
Oh, he's doing a snowballer, man. What is he getting with fucking just under a minute left,
So
man?
we're just over halfway through, 109 rings. It's going to be quite close now.
Okay, well, he's got a lot of rings in a short amount of time, but he's taken all the easy ones. He's now going to explore the sort of trickier parts of the level and discover all the ones that are hidden in different places.
Okay, this is another 10
did,
rings
that's
here.
smart, what's he doing?
126 rings,
Up
and he's
onto a
got
catapult.
14 rings left. He's got 35 seconds left.
He should do this.
142 rings left. It's going to be very close. Oh, 150, 10
He needs to
left.
find another
10
10
left.
10 rings left, 30 seconds
Let's do
left.
this.
He should do it. This
Oh my
shouldn't be a
god, now he's
problem.
going in here looking for some more rings here.
And
There's
there's
another
the
10.
10.
And he's
There's
got
the
160.
Wee shite, man. He smoked
25
that.
seconds. He's out. He's done it.
Ah, thanks, man. Numbuck smoked it.
Well done, Alex. Now, Alex, you had 23 seconds to spare. You made it look easy. Was there ever any doubt in your mind?
Yeah, there was a couple of times because the only way I could get 160 rings was to bash through the wall, and I'm not very good at that, and I thought I was going to mess it up.
Okay, well, as one of our games playing champions, you win the prize that sits lovingly on anyone's mantelpiece, the Golden Gamesmaster joystick.
I want one of them. I want to get that. I'm sure somebody's got to be selling one on eBay. Surely. Surely.
And now, while Alex gets to grips with this humongous possession, we're going to take a look at this week's reviews. This week, oil your deltoids and unsheath your weapons as we look at beat-em-ups. First up, on the Amiga, the Bruce Lees of the future give a hearty ki-ai in First Samurai.
I've never actually played that before. What's that for? Commodore or something?
Chinese takeaway, lots of lotus trees and bamboo furniture. But underneath all this colourful exterior, there's
That's got to be for the Commodore Amiga or something like that, eh?
Features some beautiful graphics, brilliant sampled sound effects, bits of Handel's Messiah thrown in for good measure.
I think the First Samurai deserves a thumbs up because it's a great game with plenty to do and beat up.
They didn't tell us what console was for, but I would go to say it's got to be for the Commodore Amiga or
Next,
something.
also on the Amiga, we enter the murky
Amiga,
underworld
yeah, it was
of
Amiga.
Pit Fighter.
Fighter, what a
Three
game,
British
man.
contestants trade below-the-belt action in an orgy of
I remember the first time I
unrestrained
played this, it
violence.
was in the arcade.
Pit Fighter's less of a beat 'em up, more of a sort of kick the living crap out of everybody.
It's boring, you don't have that many moves. The computer tends to decide what you're going to do next.
It's not so much counter-attacking your opponent's moves, more
It was a tough
just
game, to be fair.
stabbing the fire button and wiggling the joystick seems to be just as effective.
I remember, I think I had it both on the Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive.
Finally, pulsating pixels of monochrome muscle on the Game Boy with Double Dragon 2.
Cute, safe, nice, cool.
You walk along and smack
What a
people
review,
in the
man.
teeth, and that's about it. And it's
What a
quite
review.
good fun, as it turns out.
Good fun, eh? I like bloody.
And now for this week's hardware feature.
Hardware, here we
Sometimes all
go.
there is between gaming success and failure
Wait,
is
that
the
was the
power of your
Xbox Elite
handpiece.
2 controller in the
Tonight we
days.
look at three of the
Oh,
latest gimmicks which may just turn you from a limp
I remember I
joystick
had that
fiddler
motherfucker,
into a
man. I could never get it
gargantuan
working.
games player.
Never had that thing. Look at this.
First up, the Power Glove, a
Power Glove,
futuristic
man,
gauntlet
just-
that translates hand and arm movements into on-screen action.
Maybe because I was younger, but I could
First
never
of
get it
all,
working,
you
man.
have to enter in specific program code for the game you're about to play.
Maybe because your
This game
tellies
here
were that
is
size
Top
standard
Gun,
back
and
in
the
the days.
program code is number 3, so I'm now entering program 3. If I pull up on my hand, the plane goes down. If I push forward,
Well, it's cool
with
as
my
fuck,
hand,
but
the
didn't
plane
it?
goes
Let's be
up.
fair.
Small movements to the left to bring the plane round, banking to the left, and the same with the right. When I want to fire my missiles, I simply press my index finger, as so. The glove's pretty good to use. It feels like you're more in the game, and you do get a sweat using it.
Next, use your feet as well as your fingers with the QuickJoy foot pedal.
You can set through a control on the foot
He looks
pedal
serious as
and
fuck,
the
doesn't he?
buttons on the foot pedal to correspond to the different buttons on the joystick. It was good for the car racing game, and I should think it would be good for, say, a beat-em-up game where you have to kick. But I don't know whether it would be good for puzzle games.
And finally, Terence Conran's favourite, the Sega Action Chair.
The idea is just
Look
to
at that
move
shit,
about
man. That's an
in
early
the
fucking
seat
injury
as
waiting
you
to
would
happen,
with
isn't
the
it?
joystick
Sciatica
up and
waiting
down,
for you.
left, right, and push the buttons. You can get very physically involved in the game, and it feels like you're jumping about and practically everything instead of just moving your hand about pressing the
Fuck
button.
with, man, for fucking early stages of sciatica.
So, a somewhat mixed bag of reviews this week. But not to worry, for now we go on to our celebrity challenge. And here to tell us all about it is the biggest celeb of them all, the Gamesmaster.
Back so soon? Well, after the whimsical antics of Sonic the Hedgehog, I thought
What's
it
that?
was
I've never
about
ever
time
watched
we
the
tested
remake
your
of these.
physical might. The second challenge
never
is on
watched.
Sonic Blastman. A megalithic meteorite is careering toward the Earth. You have 3 punches to destroy it and save the planet, a truly Herculean task. The person who records the highest score is the winner. So, roll up your sleeves and remember that the fate of mankind is at the mercy of your fists.
To find the perfect competitors for this unique challenge, we scoured the arcades and gyms nationwide and came up with a perfect competition. British Sonic Blastman champion Paul Turner against one of the most fearsome punchers in world boxing, former British heavyweight champion Gary Mason.
Should be interesting.
Welcome, Gary. Welcome, Paul. Now, Gary, if I could start with you. Paul is a legend in the arcades, both as a brilliant player and a tough street fighter. How are you going to cope against him?
Well, for years, everybody's been hearing about Mike Tyson, but nobody knows about Paul, but I have. So I'm prepared for him.
Okay, Paul, Gary's record is very impressive. 36 fights, 35 wins, 32 of which have been knockouts. You must be trembling.
Not really. He might be champ in the ring, but he's not champ in the arcade. I'm the champ.
Okay, well, we look like we've got a bit of a grudge match here.
Like
If
what?
you want to see if the tough arcade street fighter topples the polished professional slugger, join us after the break.
Don't give his adverts, man, please, no. Yeah, somebody's kind enough to cut out the shitty adverts.
Welcome back to Gamesmaster, where we're about to see rough, tough arcade street fighter Paul Turner take on the polished professional punches of Gary Mason. It's a punch-up everybody's been waiting for, so let's call up Paul Turner to take the first punches.
Who think's winning this, man?
And joining me in the pulpit to keep me out of harm's way tonight is Tim Boone from Computer and Video Games Magazine. Welcome, Tim.
Hello, Dominic.
Okay, so who's your favourite then?
Well, I've seen Paul in training and he's looking very good indeed. However, you have to be a fool to bet against Gary Mason, so that's who my money is on.
Well, call me a fool, but I'm going to put my money on Paul, Tim.
You're on.
Okay, so 3 punches to destroy the meteorite. Whoever has the most tonnage at the end of the 3 punches wins the fight. Paul, will you take your first punch? Here he goes, winding up.
Great first hit.
Oh, and a huge hit! 123 tons, Tim.
Fantastic punching power there from Paul.
Oh, he's getting smoked, man. That boxer dude's
then,
taking this
Paul,
in the
that was a
one.
brilliant first punch. Prepare to take your second. Oh, another massive one there, Tim.
Not as good, not as good. You could tell with the way that the pad slammed.
Look at the way he's throwing that. He's getting knocked out, man. He's getting done, man. Wait till this other dude hits
He
this.
needs 124 to smash up the meteorite. He can do it on the basis of his first blow.
Okay, Paul, take your third and final
That rope would be a
punch.
pain in the arse.
Is that a good
Nah.
one, Tim?
It was a good one, but it wasn't enough.
106 tons. Didn't destroy
The
the
boxer
meteorite,
dude's
but
doing this
still,
in one, man. He
very
was hitting
powerful
what?
total tonnage.
Very powerful. But
Paul needn't be too down about
Yeah,
that.
not at all. This is, in fact, the game at its highest setting.
Okay, Gary, if you'd like to step up and take your 3 punches.
He's going to fucking wreck this, man.
So the meteorite's coming down. Let's see what Gary does with his first punch.
He's got a suit jacket on and everything, no fucks
Explore
given.
the different punches that you can use. I think probably the first thing he'll do is go for a jab. Let's have a look.
Oh!
Look at that jab.
Now, was it very powerful? Let's take a look. 105
A jab.
Quite a safe points to start off.
Good, but I'm convinced Gary Mason can do better. This time, looks like he's going
Okay,
Gary Mason's taking us out in the second one.
straight right. That should be better. 107 tons. He's now he's looking for the knockout blow, and he needs 138 tons to smash up that meter. He needs something very special.
He's the kind that stand sideways on it and then boom, man, hook it around, smash it.
Oh, it's a huge one there. Is it going to be enough to smash it? 190 tons.
Excellent.
Not quite enough. The big thing is, has he beaten Paul? Gary's total power 331. He's just been beaten by Paul. Paul is the winner by 1 ton.
If you cut the camera away, he well did he get that?
Commiserations,
Fucking
Gary.
cheated.
You had a lovely combination of punches, but it wasn't quite enough on the day.
No, it looks as if losing is becoming a habit for me these days.
If I could go on to the winner, Paul, I mean, that was stunning.
I just done it. It's just on the spur of the moment. I had to beat him.
Okay,
got to remain a champ.
Now you've beaten Gary on the game. Can we see a match in the ring between the two of you?
There'll be a rematch. He knows where to find me. Any arcade, any day. I'm still the champion. That's where I want to stay.
And what have you got to say to that, Gary?
Well, I'll be scouring all the arcades during my lunch hour looking for Paul Turner.
Okay, we'll look forward to the rematch. Meanwhile, Paul, you have won the prize that every fighter dreams of, our special golden Gamesmaster joystick. And let's hear it again for the winner, Paul Turner, and our loser, Gary Mason! And now, while I show Gary and Ali Shuffle or two,
Here we go with a
let's find out the
Gamesmaster.
latest tips and cheats Gamesmaster has for us.
Stuck
in
on
his
Mario
consultation
Brothers.
zone.
VR back in the days, man.
Hello, Gamesmaster.
Welcome to my kingdom. I am delighted to see you. And what have you got to ask me?
After hours of playing on level 3 of Strider, I could not get past the closing rules section without hearing you getting squashed. Can you help me?
Indeed I can, young man. Now listen. Instead of trying to climb up one side of the wall, you
jump
should
left and
jump
right,
from
aye,
side
aye.
to side.
How'd
You'll
you not
find
know
that your
that,
upward
fuck's sake?
progress accelerates, and you should have no trouble reaching the summit before the walls meet.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Next, please.
Hello, Gamesmaster.
Hello, and nice to see you. Now, what can I do for you?
I heard in Super Mario Bros. 3 there's a secret whistle in the first world, which enables you to warp into a later level. I don't know where it is. Do you have any idea?
Do I know where it is? Oh, the audacity of you. Of course I do. The whistle is on level 3 of the first world. But bear with me, because finding it is a little
Taliban, you need to go into the...
You'll need to
yeah,
jump on
and
top
then
of
hold
the
down,
first block of the
and you'll
level,
disappear.
the right one. Then squat
Yeah,
for
man,
5
I know
seconds.
this one.
You will then fall behind the background scenery.
Quiet.
Once there, go to the end of the stage, and you will enter a house where the first whistle is kept.
What a game, man. One of the best
Thanks
games
a
of
lot.
all time.
Next up, please, and hurry along there.
Hello, Gamesmaster. In Robocop, how do I kill the 2 people at the end of level 2?
Good question.
This
Good
is Robocop
question
for the
indeed.
NES, man. It's a horrible
Actually,
game.
contrary to popular belief,
Fucking brutal,
you don't
man.
have to kill both of these men, as one of them is actually the mayor being held hostage. You need to select the machine gun, and then, whenever the mayor in front ducks down, shoot the man behind. If you shoot him 3 times, he'll release the mayor and come charging towards you. When this happens, punch him, and he will eventually die.
Such a tough game, man, on the NES.
Not at all. And I think that's enough goodies for this little session, though I must admit I do rather enjoy my role as agony uncle. Make sure you tune in for our next rendezvous.
They Google back in the
So,
days,
some
man. You had
juicy
to wait in
computer
Games Master to
tidbits
find
this
out
week.
what was happening.
Now for our final challenge, let's see what Gamesmaster has planned.
My final challenge tonight is on lemmings. The lemming is an
Lemmings,
exasperating breed of rodent that seems hell
They days have I played Lemmings before, man. Such a frustrating game, but you get into it and you end up just
safety by guiding them through
such a. It's one of the games, man. Like it's just you can play it for hours and just keep going, and it's just such a good game, man.
That the others can fall through. Once a lemming has been programmed to explode, it takes 5
There's been a
seconds
remake
for
recently of Lemmings, I'm sure that
Perfect
is.
time is therefore required
Maybe on
to
Android
ensure
or
that
something
the
like
lemmings explode over the sections of the puzzle where there's no furnace.
If you've
The
never played it, you
slightest
should
slip up will
definitely
signal
give it a try,
mass
man. It's a good game.
discrimination. You have 2 minutes to save 90% of the lemmings. A race of retarded rodents is depending on you.
Now, Lemmings is a hugely successful game, and this is an incredibly tough challenge. So we tried to find one of the best Lemmings players in the country, and we found him in Leicester. Please give a succulent Gamesmaster welcome to Robert Clark.
Rocking the shades, man. Good choice, bro.
Welcome to Gamesmaster, Robert.
Hi, Dominic. It's nice to
They're
be
just
here.
tinted
Now,
glasses.
Robert, we said you're one of the best Lemmings players in the country. How long did it take you to complete all 120 levels?
Oh, about 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we only told you you were doing this particular level 5 minutes ago. What was your reaction?
I was pretty shocked.
Do you think you can clock it?
I'll have a go.
Okay, then. Exactly go and sit
Well,
yourself
it's
down
like,
in
have a
fine
go,
hot seat.
man.
We'll
Don't
give
worry
you
about it,
a
bro.
Okay.
Now,
Oh,
we
we did
dragged
with
him
fucking
back
fail there.
screaming, but back he is, Tom Watson from Renegade. Welcome back, Tom.
Nice to be back, Dominic.
Now, I know Lemons is one of your favourite games, but this is a very tricky level here we've set him.
Well, this is very much a right first time level. He's got 91% to get home. He can afford to use up 6. There's only one style of lemming he can use, which is the exploding style, to get through the floors, missing the fires on the way. It'll really test him.
Okay, well, let's see if Robert's up
This is
to
going
it.
to be a
Robert,
tough one,
are you
man.
ready?
Don't know if Robert's going to be able to pull
Then
this
start
off.
saving those lemmings. Okay, the lemmings are starting to come out. He's got to guide them to the exit at the bottom right-hand corner, just off the screen. Tom, how does he go about it?
Well, what he's got to do, Dominic, is set up a series of time charges on selected lemmings. You can see the counter working its way down. There are a number of safe compartments on the way. What he's got to do is make sure that all the explosions...
He's timed that
only take
well,
the
man.
lemmings through the safe compartments,
Oh.
and not the ones with the
But
deep
that-
fires.
He's
losing a few, but he may be all right. Now he's dropping them straight down. He is doing well. Let's see if he's just doing well enough, because it is 91% that he has to get back. It's a high total.
It's very, very tense here. He may have destroyed one too many lemmings, but now there's the
1 minute, there's 1 minute 18 seconds down now. He's got 2 minutes. So 1 minute 14, he's probably got enough time to bring them home. It's just, will it be enough? You can see the percentage counter, clocking them as the lemmings get home, but it's 91% that we're looking for.
He done that there, Bora, man.
That's all the lemons out now. It's very, very tense here. We can see the percentage going out in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. It's got to get to 91%.
Well, it's out of his
gonna be
hands now, man.
Very close here.
I think he's all right on the timer. It really does come down to this percentage mark. Now it's just tipping 60. We can see the concentration lemmings at the end where he sped up the release rate.
Right, and the
It's all
time
down.
wild here. As well.
I guess he's going to hit the 90%.
75 has got
No.
to 91. 80, you really want to create
He's fucking crushed, man. He's crushed. Oh, my man.
Commiserations, Robert. You were 1 or 2 lemons away from that. It was very close. Tell us, what went wrong?
Well, the third bomber, they just timed him in the wrong place and went to pot, you know. It's terrible.
Right, now I know that you've clocked the whole game, but is that one of the tougher levels, do you think?
It is pretty tough, yeah. Timing's critical, otherwise you...
Yeah, man, it's a shame, man.
Right, well, our commiserations once again, Rob, but you supplied us with a lot of sparkly fun anyway. Thank you very much indeed, and you may tread with a weary heart, but happy memories back to Leicester.
No controller for him, man. I could have been buying that on eBay off him and all.
So, with that exhilarating but ultimately fruitless effort, tonight's show comes to an end. Well, it's
It's
smoking
good,
jacket
man.
and steaming
Episode
jasmine
2
time.
was good. I'm going to start making this a
See you in
weekly
7
thing.
days for another Gamesmaster.
Do it twice a week or something, man. Catch a wee Gamesmaster and then a wee bit of bad influence and stuff like that. It's a wee quick one tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing Another World, Super Nintendo version. It's a puzzle art action game. You're going to love it, man.
At 6:30 with
Tomorrow,
more news and
8
reviews
PM,
on the
man.
latest
I'll
video
see you
games.
then.
And don't forget at 6 o'clock tomorrow,
yeah,
we're
man.
off